everyone, welcome to Control Alt Craft, Rose with you, and today we have another Sims 4 speed build. This one is a very special speed build. This speed build is a recreation of Monica and Rachel's and Joey and Chandler's apartments in The Sims 4 from the TV show Friends. Oh my gosh, my brain! So I am so tired. I am recording this on a total of maybe 7 hours sleep in the last 72 hours in total. So forgive me, I'm high on coffee right now, which is the only reason why I'm smiling down the camera. Otherwise, I'd be fast asleep right now. It is only 4:45 in the afternoon as I am recording this. I'm going to be late for a stream that was supposed to start at 5 p.m, but I was like, you know what, I need to get this recording done, because after the stream, I'm going straight to visit some friends who are up from Sydney, and so I've got like limited time to see them and all sorts of stuff. So anyway, this is all just rushed and crammed in, and my brain is not working, and this is where we're at. Also, check out the quality of the new stream cam. You're seeing my face in much better detail. Because I did in fact get a new stream cam. So that is very exciting. I think it is just called stream cam. It's the Logitech stream cam. It's their newer, fancier one. It's not like their C920 range or anything. It's like the next one up. So that's what I managed to nab, which is very exciting. So you see here that I am trying to recreate this as accurately and faithfully to the TV show as possible, to the point where I actually pretty much succeeded. Like, I've seen some other people's recreations of like Monica and Rachel's apartment and stuff like that in The Sims, and because of the new kit packs that came out recently, I can't remember what they're called, but there's like a kitchen kit and like a dust busting kit or something. I don't know. Anyway, basically these kits gave us some new extra little niche bits and pieces, which actually made this kitchen possible. Without that kit, I could not have made this kitchen as accurately as I did. So that's really cool. So thanks to those kits, I was able to actually just like create something that I think is actually really accurate. So that's pretty exciting. So yeah, just adding lots, like what I did for each room is like I looked up lots and lots of images. So there are times where the video might pause for a little bit. It's because I'm like scouring Google Images for like the right photo of the right angle of that room, so I know what's there in that corner and stuff. Oh, here I am trying to figure out what floorboards we used. But yeah, so I sort of tried to recreate it as accurately as possible, and then went through and added a few extra little details to make it look a little more lived in. So I don't know how much of this is actually usable, because I didn't play test it. I was going for accuracy of looks. Oh look, here's a long pause where I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing, evidently. That's right, I was trying to see if I could figure out what was in that corner. So I Googled that for a while. But yeah, so it's not exactly player friendly. There'd be a few items that probably wouldn't work, that you would have to tweak in order to get them to work. But it was more about, can I make it look accurate? And I think I did an alright job. My mom thinks I'm cool. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, my everything hurts too at the moment. I've been sleeping so poorly, just my back, my neck, just like everything's just carked it. Anyway, that's all right. So, I don't really know what else to talk about. I was gonna just sort of like interject every now and then and be like, oh, here's an accurate little bit that I threw in, or a nod to a specific episode or a specific funny moment. But at the moment, I'm just creating the apartment, which looks pretty plain Jane. These walls, obviously, on the set aren't there because it's a set, and so they're filming it from that angle. So I took a bit of creative liberty. I was like, what do I think Monica would have there? Which is why I put a wall of cupboard space, because I was like, it's an apartment, you need heaps of cupboard space. So we got a whole wall of cupboard space and stuff like that. So yeah. Let's see what's happening. I'm going to stream this evening. Obviously not this evening when this video is going live, but this evening as I am recording this video, I will be streaming some Minecraft. We started a Minecraft server for our community, It is for regulars in our streaming community that I know and trust. And I don't know, we're just gonna see how it goes, I guess. I haven't really been into Minecraft of recent, but it seems to be quite popular with a lot of my community, so I thought we'd try a family-friendly Minecraft server and see how that goes. And then tonight after that, I'm actually going to head over to my good mate Zippy's to play some Mario Party with some of our friends that have come up from Sydney, so that's very exciting. I am very blessed to live in a part of the world where the, as the Game Grumps call it, the Backstreet Boys reunion tour isn't affecting us too greatly, and so we can sort of travel quite freely interstate. Awesome! My neighbors have decided that they're going to vacuum very loudly right now. I really hope you can't hear that. Anyway, this is just a wreckfest, isn't it? This whole recording, I shouldn't have even started. I should have left this for another day, but I didn't, and we're here now, and this is what we're doing. So yay! So here I am trying to recreate that sort of like, what do you call it, like a windowsill, but it's quite wide because there's a scene where Rachel sits on it. So I was trying to sort of recreate that using the coffee tables and the half wall. And then I'm just trying to clutter up the place a bit more. Although Monica is very clean, she definitely lacks a lot of clutter as well, which is quite interesting. So just going through and adding a lot of little details here and there to try and make it look a bit more lived in. But also surprisingly, a lot of the furniture, as I was looking at it quite closely, you know, in these photographs, doesn't match. Like nothing matches, which is so bizarre. For someone who's so clean, it's just, I don't know, it's interesting. You think of someone who's like that obsessively clean that they would also be minimalist, or that they'd also have, you know, matching everything and everything would be the same or whatever. She's actually a bit of a clutter hoarder. She's just a bit of a germaphobe as well, I guess. So there you go. I find that quite interesting. I'm also trying to recreate, like, the problem with the doors, right, is that The Sims doesn't have any plain purple doors in that nice lilac color. So I had to use these boho doors, and they don't match, and it bothers me a little bit, but I know there's like nothing I can really do about it, so I just leave it. Also, we don't have any purple walls that have like a white tile at the bottom, which is what they have in their bathroom in that apartment. Also, what I've done here, which I've deleted part of in the video and changed at the end, is that I've actually made it an entire apartment building. And actually later I go ahead and move everything so that it's just on the ground floor. It's just like one big house, basically. Because I wasn't interested in recreating the outside to be accurate. I was really only interested in creating the inside to be accurate. And the outside is actually not accurate to itself. What I mean by that is you see shots, like when they're changing in between scenes, they might do a quick shot of like the side of the apartment building in New York, and it's like a square apartment building. But these floor plans kind of, I don't know, they kind of go like like stairs, and that's not square. that's not a nice clean line. So even though canonically they live in this apartment building that's square, their outside walls that have windows don't kind of match up and line up with each other. And so you couldn't recreate this in a way where the outside was accurate to the outside in the TV show, and the inside was also accurate to the inside of the TV show. They actually don't match. It's actually not cohesive, non-cohesive. That's the word I'm looking for. Anyway, so that presented a bit of a challenge, and so I just scrapped it. I went, look, I'm more interested in the inside being pretty and perfect. Couldn't care less about the outside. So that's what we did. I had to look up so many photographs of like different scenes of like Monica's bedroom, Rachel's bedroom. Joey and Chandler's were the hardest. There's not a lot of episodes that sort of feature their bedroom, so I had to take a lot of creative liberties there. But I feel like their apartment has a lot more like little Easter eggs in it. I think they're the funniest. They're the funniest characters, let's be real. So this one is actually well, obviously, okay, spoiler alert if you haven't watched Friends, but this apartment is kind of styled in a way that reflects before Monica and Chandler move in together, which is in about halfway of the series. So obviously Rachel's room is Rachel's room. It's not the green room that Phoebe moves into when their apartment gets burnt down. And of course Rachel's room in Joey's apartment isn't there because she's living in Monica's at this point in time, so it's Chandler's room. Anyway, I'm explaining this really poor. Why are you still watching? If you're still watching, why are you here? I have nothing to offer you. I'm so tired. Anyway, I really don't know what to talk about. I'm over the halfway mark and I don't know what else to say. It was a very long build. It took a very long time. This is sped up over 1,000 times. It's ridiculous. So many hours went into this build. I was also trying to avoid doing a lot of uni work. So as you can imagine, I spent a long time on this build. Whoops. Anyway, the other thing I've been thinking a lot about recently is trying to attend Oz PAX this year. So this year, PAX for Australia is going to be on. They announced it the other day. How many tickets they're releasing is going to be limited because they don't want to release too many tickets and then have Backstreet Boys. I'm gonna beep that out. The Backstreet Boys tour. They don't want to have that impact how many people they can have in the convention center and then have to take away tickets from people. So they're like, look, we're just gonna release a small number of tickets and that's it. So I'm trying to figure out if I can afford to go because I live in Queensland. To get to Melbourne and stay there for a weekend and attend a convention, I'm looking at a minimum of $1,000 Australian to go, which is wild. That's a lot of money. And I rent a really bad little townhouse that I really can't afford. I work a crappy, well, not crappy, I love it. It's a good retail job. But when I say crappy retail job, I mean I don't work a job that, you know, earns a lot of money. I just love it, so I stick with it. And I'm studying, so I don't, you know, I'm not made of cash. So I've got to try and figure out how I'm going to afford to go to Melbourne for a weekend. Because I really want to go. It's a really great opportunity for streamers and YouTubers and stuff to like network with each other. But the problem with that is it's a lot for someone like me to go. So that's what's been on my mind lately. I know a lot of my Instagram and Twitch friends will be there and I really want to meet everyone because I feel like everyone in the Twitch community and Instagram community, they like know each other because they've all been to these PAX conventions in the past. Whereas I've only kind of joined the community in the last year and a half. So because of the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, I couldn't go last year because it was cancelled and everything. So I feel like I'm missing out. Like everyone else is like close friends with each other and knows each other and I'm just kind of like on the outside like, hey, can I join in? So it would be really good to go so like I can meet everyone and actually kind of officially feel like I'm part of the community. So I'm really hoping I can figure out a way to go. But yes. Tricky business. Also, recently I won a competition. I won a competition and the prize was a copy of Persona 5 Strikers. So when that arrives in the post, I'll probably do some streaming of that. All right, so here I'm trying to recreate, who made this? It was Joey, right? Joey made the TV unit that was way too big. But yeah, so I was just trying to recreate a TV unit of some kind to sort of resemble that. The biker lounges were difficult. There's no like beautiful dark leather armchairs, so that was tricky. Now in this apartment, I include a couple of Easter eggs. I don't know if I want to say them now. I should wait until they come up on screen. I'll wait till they come up on screen, but there'll be a few seconds. Now this dog was a weird choice. As you can see there, I did toy with the idea of the weird horse, but I felt like that dog was more of it was more in the same art style as the actual dog statue on the TV show, so that's why I picked that one over the other one. Here we go, I include the canoe, the boat. I include the boat, and I include something else that I'm really excited about in a minute. That was a suggestion from a friend of mine. It actually didn't cross my mind at all that I should include it. It just might be longer than a minute. But yeah, and then in this corner I took some creative liberties and just sort of filled it with some random 90s stuff. But yeah, like, I really like how this whole thing turned out. The only other thing I had great difficulty with in this build was the pictures and posters and paintings that these guys have in their apartments. It was really hard to like try and get like accurate enough to the style or the content of the paintings that they had on the wall. So again, I had to take a few creative liberties there. Oh, come on, when did I do the other bit? I don't even remember. So here I'm just trying to create like a little like, I don't know, like it's an apartment building. So there'd be like some lockers and some like mail slots and stuff. I don't know. Clearly I've lived in an apartment building before. Man, I'm so tired. This recording sucks. Maybe I should just not use this one. No, I'm gonna use this one because I'm lazy and that's just what I'm gonna do. Just everything that's happening in my life lately with like uni and trying to stay on top of that and work, and it's just very, very stressful with all of that and finances at the moment that I don't have time for everything. So like as of next week, I'm actually going to reduce the amount of times I stream per week. So at the moment I'm streaming 3 times a week. Next week, for the remainder of the uni semester, probably I'll only be streaming twice a week. So that I actually haven't had a single night to myself in at least a week. And probably won't for another 4 or 5 nights. And I was like, you know what? That's just too much. That's too much. I need rest time. I need Rose rest time. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take some time just to rest. I paused way too long in this shot, but I mean, enjoy the shot. Look how accurate that kitchen is. I'm not editing this. That's what I added. Oh my gosh, and I just skipped over it so quickly. Okay, well what I added was the chicken the duck. I added a little statue of a duck and a little statue of a chicken. So yeah. Good one, Rose. Anyway, and this is of course where I took a lot of creative liberties because the bedrooms were, they only featured like in 1 or 2 episodes each, so I had to really kind of like, just based on one screenshot and just kind of figure it out and assume the rest. So that's what I did. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, so I've decided that I need an evening to myself each week, and the only way I'm going to get that is by cutting back one of my streams. So at the moment, I try and make one stream like a community stream, so like Minecraft or something where people can join in and play that are regulars in the community. And then I do one stream where it's just me doing something, whether that's craft, not that I stream that regularly, or whether that's just me playing. At the moment, Mario 3D World seems to be the popular choice. I even offered to my community, I was like, hey, do you want me to stream this? Me building this? And they were like, nah, we'd rather you streamed Mario. I was like, okay. I guess, if that's what you want. So yeah. Now, at the head of Chandler's bed, there is this like cabinet dealio. And you only see it really, I think, in a couple of episodes, like when there's that episode where he's trying to get Janice to like, he's trying to like roll Janice over and then get his arm back from cuddling her. And the other episode that I found a screenshot from was the episode where, where he has the cassette tape that's trying to convince him not to smoke. Yes. Oh, and the other bit that I forgot to mention as well is that in Joey's bedroom, I included a little stuffed rabbit, I think it was. And that is to represent Hugsy, because there's no penguin toys in this game. So I just went with a yellow bunny instead. And then I'm just adding some finishing touches to the outside, just wrapping it all up in a nice, neat, pretty little bow. I also add a fun little detail just as a nod to Phoebe. I add like a little busking area at the front. I don't really add anything for Ross in this. Ross is kind of like my least favorite character. Shoot me, I know, but I could take or leave Ross. Like, I find his sections of the TV show the most cringeworthy and uncomfortable, so I wasn't really fussed. As soon as I realized that I didn't have anything like nodding to Ross, I was like, you know what? I'm not mad about that. That's fine. And here we go, we're in the screenshots. Yay, I made it through the entire recording without dying. So here you go. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's accurate enough for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please scroll down and check out my TikTok. I have a TikTok now, and I'm really hoping that I'll actually get somewhere with TikTok. So please check that out. Check out my Instagram, my Twitch, my Twitter, all that jazz. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye!